It's the story of a relationship of two people who don't get to see each other a lot, and the airport bar is like a detail, but it's sort of like the central detail of a story that's otherwise just about like being disconnected. So it's less sort of like the entire thing's about the airport bar, but it's one of those things where the title is like a key sort of centering detail, if that makes any sense.
I like the title. It's different, it's unique, I've never really heard it. It's going to be interesting to sing.
Airport bar.
Yeah, I travel a lot. I've always traveled a lot, and have been in a ton of long distance relationships. So the image of like the airport bar, and I guess the thing that popped into my head was like, what if there's this relationship where you're with someone who also travels a lot, and you only kind of get to meet in certain moments. The airport bar is kind of a metaphor for that. Like we only ever meet in airport bars.
Well, let's think like about an airport bar. So what goes on? You could meet someone that you've never met before in an airport bar, right?
Yeah.
Like, so what really goes on in an airport bar? You're there between
Just passing time.
exactly. So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's maybe like your relationship with them is an airport bar because you're not really in it forever.
We're both going.
You're
other
there
places.
you're all in when you're there, but then there's a finite amount of time that you're there, and you're going somewhere else.
Right.
So I mean, you just have to look at if it's an airport bar and that's what you're writing about, what really goes on in that airport bar. Because if you're not telling the listener something that they already know just by saying airport bar, and it conjures up, oh, okay, like that's a place I go when I'm in between flights. I know I'm going to go there. I'm probably going to talk to the guy next to me or the girl next to me. I'm going to have a really meaningful moment, and then I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Like this right here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying though? So it's not enough to just say airport bar. It's like, well, okay, what does the airport bar mean, and how can I relate that back to something that's happened in my life?
Yeah.
So airport bar was an interesting concept and title, but immediately someone suggested making it about the airport bar. We're in the airport bar, and that's kind of like we're traveling, or we're, and I thought that's just so on point. What does an airport bar really represent? It's a place where people come together and they're there for a few hours, and then they go off on their own. They go their own separate ways. And maybe that was the metaphor for a relationship where, we know we're not going to be together forever, but for the time that we're together, we might as well just have fun and be all in. Because I've found in airport bars, you'll be sitting with a stranger, and all of a sudden you'll be revealing things about yourself, and then you're like, oh, gotta go. And that seemed like a kind of cool metaphor in terms of using airport bar for maybe a casual relationship.